Hello and welcome back to another book review. Today we're going to be covering a book that I think is essential to have on your little one's shelf. It's very popular. I know tons of families that use this, and often we actually give it as a baby shower gift because I really think it's that important and that good of a resource to have for new families. So if you're enjoying this, and if you enjoy this book or don't have this book or already have this book, make sure you share it with another family who you think needs this. So today's book is the Jesus Storybook Bible by Sally Lloyd-Jones, and the illustrator, I'm not really sure if I'm going to say this right, but that's okay. It's Jago, I don't know, it's Jago, but it's the Jesus Storybook Bible. Every story whispers his name. So this book is broken up into two sections. There's an Old Testament and a New Testament. It's not Genesis 1, Genesis 3. Like the first one is the story and the song. The next one is the beginning of a perfect home. And they kind of have like funny little names, the captain of the storm, etc. So the story starts out, every story has a title and then it'll tell you where it is in scripture. So this one is the story and the song, introduction from Psalm 19, and Hebrews 1. So it kind of gives you a good reference if you wanted to do like a family devotional and read those chapters along with this story Bible to kind of help explain it along. So these illustrations are super great. I've never seen anything like these. I just love the way that she draws characters. I think that the faces that she draws are very welcoming to children. That's what I'm trying to say. So every chapter or every little story tells about a couple of different chapters in scripture. This one is when sin entered the garden. So you can see the terrible lie. Adam and Eve lose everything from Genesis 3. And so you've got Adam and Eve and you've got the snake. These stories are a little longer, so they might be appropriate for a little bit older. I think we started reading this to my son when he was 2, but obviously he didn't sit still for all of that. So around 3, he's 4 now. He really started being able to sit and endure. This is quite a bit of reading for one page. At the end of every story, it points back to Christ, which is I love. It's because the subtitle is Every Story Whispers His Name. So at the end of Daniel in the Lion's Den, it says, let's see. The king made a new law. Daniel's God is the true God, the God who rescues. Prayed to him instead. God would keep on rescuing his people. And the time was coming when God would send another brave hero like Daniel who would love God and do what God said, whatever it cost him, even if it meant he would die. And together they would pull off the greatest rescue the world has ever known. And so I love that it puts those little snippets in the story about, yes, this is a story about Daniel and the lions, which my son loves because how cool is it that a dude got thrown into a den full of lions? But that's not what the story is about. The story is about Christ and how God would be the rescuer at the end of the age. So, wonderful book. They always give the title. They always give the reference for scripture. So this one is perfect to reference back to at the end of maybe you knew that your child read or studied this story in church in Sunday school that day, and you can go back and read it. Or if you're going through Advent and the Christmas season, there are actually resources that they share to explain what stories you can read through Advent to go along and help your child learn more and know more about these scripture stories. So this one is essential to have on your shelf, and you can find it just about anywhere for pretty good price these days because this book is a little bit older, but again, timeless resource to have. The Jesus Storybook Bible, Every Story Whispers His Name by Sally Lloyd-Jones. Until next time, bye.